What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy DMD, and I'm coming here today with my wonderful buddy. Who are you?
My name's Bryan. And,
Just kidding, we know who you are. You've been on the channel before, but it was a long time ago.
It was.
Back when we had Agripane.
Cry.
But he got banned. So what are you playing today?
I'm still playing Zefra Endymion, just like I did a few months ago.
It was actually last summer.
Love this deck. I thought Agripane getting banned would kill the deck, but
No, it wouldn't.
don't really need it, so.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Alrighty, so let's get the profile. Starting off, we're only playing the one Mighty Master with his 3 servants. You know, standard. 2 Jackal Kings. Turbo cards, 3 Chrono, and the 1 Gazer, Turbo and Electromite.
The whole package.
For our Zefras, I'm on 2 Wrath, 2 Nui. Reason I play 2 Nui instead of something like Zefra Windy is because being able to, I only play one of the counter trap, but just being able to, you know, extend off and gain more counters if you search on something like Providence is great. Also, I feel like for this deck, you definitely need 2 scale 7s. And for our last Zefra, I'm playing 1 Thuban. This card's great disruption when it's normal summoned. I can destroy one other Zefra card in my main monster zone or in my spell and trap zone, and pop a face-up card in the field. So it's just a great disruption overall. The fact that it can be normal summoned to get that effect is awesome. Dark Worm and the 1 Gate 0. I only play 2. I never want to see this card in my hand. When you do, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't like it happening.
That's interesting.
Our last 2 Pendulums, Aether and Sloth. I do play Hieratic Seal in this deck, but I almost never go into it going first. But as like, you know, a follow-up play, you know, being able to summon Aether and just banish stuff is great. Also, Thunder Dragon is still fun and interactive. In this deck, I pretty much play Sloth Walk. This deck seeks to just make it so my opponent can't have fun, like a lot of decks out there. So yeah.
What if they're not playing an extra deck?
Well, then, you know, you make something else.
Yeah.
Last 2 monsters, I'm playing Destrudo and the 1 Mare. I absolutely love Mare in this deck. I main it because, you know, there's no guarantee that you're going to win the die roll. Although you'd always want to be trying to go first, but there's no guarantee. Destrudo is just an amazing card, Destrudo.
It makes you Dawn Dragster.
Yeah.
Now for the spells.
Spells, 3 Mastery, Roto for the Endymions, amazing card. 3 Providence. This card's amazing. It searches any Zefra card from your deck to your hand, and it does have an effect that it can banish itself from the graveyard to protect a Zefra card from being destroyed.
Like Divine Strike.
Usually what you're searching with Providence are the 2 Oracles of Zefra. I cut it down to 2 just because I found like 3, you didn't really need 3. Also, there are, you know, plenty of ways to search it and get into it, so you don't always need to see it in your hand.
Also, it's a hard once per turn, is it not?
It's a hard once per year. Last 2 field spells, I'm playing the 1 Dragon Ravine and the 1 Secret Village. Maining this card is disgusting. You know, if you open up the nuts, you sometimes then full Sloth Lock and like 5 negates plus this, and it's just ridiculous. I also play Set Rotation in this deck, so giving myself this and giving my opponent Oracle or vice versa is just great. And, you know, Ravine is Ravine. Terraforming Set Rotation for various field spells. You always want your stuff to go off, so you play the 3 Called By. I'd say that this is borderline mandatory in this deck, and I'd say that if you're playing any combo deck, you want to play some variant of Called By, just because, you know, there's a lot of choke points these days.
Also, it's really good this format against Orcust and Striker, because
definitely.
like you can like banish a Ray or banish a Dingirsu or a Harpor or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Finish off the spells, 2 Foolish, 2 Shrine, 1 Foolish. In reality, you're playing 3 Foolish. You're almost always dumping Dark Worm, obviously, to start your combos, and Foolish to send, you know, Dingirsu to go on top of that. It's just great.
Dingirsu.
Or Destrudo, my
Destrudo.
bad. Yeah, I'm sending Dingirsu. And our 1 Zefra Divine Strike. This card's amazing. You almost always have a way to get into it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, extra deck.
Start off the extra. We got the Electromite. Probably my favorite card in the extra deck. Maybe not the best card, but it's absolutely amazing. I got the Lambda for generic down pointing arrows. Next we got LP and the Hieratic Seal. You usually don't go to Hieratic Seal in this deck, but you know, if you brick and you can't really get into the Apollo, Hieratic Seal is a good alternative. LP to get out your Sloth, synergize very well. Your Nightmares, playing the 1 Phoenix and the 1 Unicorn. Unicorn's great. This deck's worst matchup, I'd have to say, is probably Thunder Dragon, because this deck does a lot of searching. So, you know, just having plenty of ways in this deck to out a Colossus or 2 is great. But And, you know, Phoenix to problematic back row. Link 4s, Appaloosa. The go-to for your starting play, this card is absolutely amazing. I finally got a hold of one. Absolutely love it. Its arrows are great, just an amazing card overall. Saryuja, being able to draw 4 cards is always great to fix your hands and whatnot.
Yeah.
You can also use it to go into Hieratic Seal, of course. And the last one, the Broil Sword, close out your games really easily.
Yeah.
This card just, you know,
just kill people.
Yeah, just kill people. Next up are the Synchros, Dragster, Cyberse Quantum, and the Yazi. Yazi for Mare. Quantum is another way to out Thunder. You can bounce their Thunder Colossus back to the deck, and Dragster is just a negate.
Yeah.
Last off, we got our Xyz. I did cowboy someone for game in time once, but it's never come up. Yeah, it's never come up since. So I think I'll probably take it out for Digusto Emerald. Being able to recycle stuff is just great. And Abyss Dweller is, you know, it's
OP this format.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so the thing about Dweller too. Let's talk about Dweller a second. Orcust, Salamangreat, Thunder Dragons. What else? There's more. True Draco.
Yeah.
This card like destroys everything this format.
It's actually Thunder Dragon. Most of their effects activate in hand, so you know it's not the best.
Yeah, but they don't get their grave effects.
Yeah.
Dark and Roar and Hawk can't trigger it.
It's pretty busted this format. And our last card is the 1 Starving Venom for Super Polymerization.
Yeah, that's pretty true. You gotta need it.
Side deck.
Yeah.
My favorite side card, and I might say the best side card, Dino Wrestler Panktops. Amazing card. Everyone should play it. 3 Sphere Mode. This deck doesn't really use its normal summon often, if at all, so having Sphere Mode is fine, but I think I'll actually take this out for Dark Ruler no more, just because Dark Ruler is a spell and can fuel Swordsman's counters. 3 Super Poly. The card is super stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous, but you know, you got to play it these days. Like I said, Thunder's your worst matchup, so you want to have as many outs as possible. You know, drawing it's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Another bad matchup is back row decks, stuff like Draco and even Altergeist, Trap Trick, all, you know, really hard decks for you to deal with. The fact that you know, their stuff is face down, so you don't know what you're hitting, is why I don't play like Twin Twisters. And evenly match is such a blowout against those decks. If you resolve evenly against Draco or Trap Trick or Altergeist, and even sometimes Striker, it could spell pretty much you're gonna win the game.
Yeah. The final side
in the same vein, I play the 2 Red Reboot. This card's ridiculous. The fact that it can stop Judgment and, you know, all these other cards just makes it absolutely amazing. They just can't activate traps for the rest of the turn. It's absolutely amazing. I would play 3, but I want to play the 1 Amorphage Wrath. I'd say one huge problem with this deck is that while your end board is crazy if you go uninterrupted, and Super Poly isn't a problem because of Sloth, but getting Sphere Moded, you pretty much just lose. Usually if your opponent leaves you with Sloth and LP, or like LP and, you know, 1 piece of Disruption, and they could just easily, you know, blow through that, it's pretty much over. This card says that when you control an Amorphage monster, your opponent can't tribute summon monsters, so it does do some funny stuff against Draco, but it's mostly here for Sphere Mode.
Alright, sir. Well, Brian, is there anything else that you might like to add that you have not added already?
No, I had fun today. We did tag duels. I went 2-1 with my partner Mikey. We ended up losing against Trap Trick Orcust team. That was a blast though to play. Our wins were against Draco, Mech Knight, and we also got the bye. Kind of sad I got the bye. I never like getting the bye because, you know, I just sit there and don't do anything. But yeah. That's all.
Alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's that DMD. Brian, thank you sir for this updated Endymion Zefra mess profile. But I will see you guys later. Peace out.